Alright. This is Uncensored Sports Talking this motherfucker. You got Blake. Rock couldn't make it today, but hey, we're still gonna have a good show. I want to share something with y'all. It's a little Jamie Foxx. I really like to see if y'all do. There's a chance for me to tell you how I feel about you. You know that in the night I'm going to hold you tight, but you're not with me. Yes. Alright. Just a little something to start the show off, you know. Alright, so many things we're going to talk about today. We've got some things going on in the NFL. Let's say Jared Goff, #1 pick in the draft, he's going to be starting this week for St. Louis. They're playing Miami. Another big thing, we got Gronkowski. A couple things to talk about him. We got the UFC. There was a big college football game last night, UT versus Kansas. A little something to talk about there. And, of course, the Dallas Cowboys. So let's see here. Right off the bat, give me a nice little drink here. Alright, let's rock this. So, I'm going to start off on this right here. Let's talk a little Dallas Cowboys. The main thing everybody's talking about, other than our 8-1 record, is Tony Romo. Tony Romo and Dak Prescott. Obviously, Tony's back, healthy, ready to go, and he wants that starting job. But he did. He handed it down to Dak. Kind of went with the coach's decisions and did what he had to do. And had his little press conference. I'm glad he got that out the way. But one thing I wanted to share with y'all was this piece of the press conference. It was pretty sad, but let's see what y'all think. This is just a piece of it. So, your potential successor has arrived. Injured 2 years in a row, and now you're in your mid-30s. The press is whispering. Everyone has doubts. You spent your career working to get here. Now we have to start all over. You almost feel like an outsider. The coaches are sympathetic, but they still have to coach, and you're not there. It's a dark place. Probably the darkest I've ever been, or it's ever been. I mean, man. So, Tony's hurting. He wants that job back. He's been a starting quarterback for 10 years. I think he at least should get a shot, a chance to compete for the job back. But with the things, the way things are going right now and the momentum, I don't think that's going to happen. Either way, as long as we're winning, as a Cowboys fan, I'm happy. It's a sad deal. I'd like to see Tony personally, get another shot. But evidently that's not the way the cookie's going to crumble. What else we got here? Jared Goff said he's making his debut, with the St. Louis Rams. At the first year of my fantasy football team, I actually, drafted him a little bit later in the draft, but I was thinking he was going to start right off the bat. Evidently, he wasn't ready. They've been starting this other guy, Casey Keenum or something. Well, for whatever reason, now they're starting him. It's his first start, so this is going to be a big deal. So I picked him back up off fantasy, and now I'm playing him. But, and basically, from what I've read about it, nobody really knows what to expect. I've heard that, he's not really ready yet, blah, blah, blah. But if you look at his stats in college, his passing yards was, off the charts. So I'm hoping that he's going to go out and have a really good passing game, and tear it up. Obviously, from his stats too, he can't, he doesn't really run the ball. But, hopefully he can tear it up in the air, and they're playing Miami, so, hopefully they can do something against them. Off the bat, what do we got next? A little Gronkowski news for the New England Patriots. Evidently, he is not going to play. He will miss Sunday's game. He's going to miss today's game against San Francisco with a chest injury. I don't know. Knowing Gronk, I'm guessing he'll be back, next week. He's a pretty tough, motherfucker. So, we'll see how that goes. But that's my prediction. Either way, Patriots are good. As long as they got Tom Brady, they got a fucking chance. So, we'll keep rolling. One thing I wanted to talk about in the baseball world, y'all remember Tim Tebow used to play in the NFL, is trying to come back playing baseball. So, he's down there, playing in some Arizona in the Arizona Fall League, and what they're saying is that he doesn't really look that good. So I think some of the posts that they're saying about him is he's awful, he stinks. What he's doing is ugly in the field and at the plate. Nothing looks natural. So that's some of the thoughts we're getting on the scouts that are watching him. So either way, good luck to Tim Tebow. I think he's a great guy. And I wish him the best of luck through his endeavors. So, anyways, let's shoot back to the Dallas Cowboys. Before that, I want to talk about the UT Kansas game. UT played Kansas last night, and it was a heartbreaker. UT had the game, the whole game. At the end, I think it was 18-21, and they ended up taking it into overtime. They scored. Kansas scored, tied it up, took it into overtime, and then Kansas beat them. It was a heartbreaker for UT. And I sure wish they would have won that one. Especially against Kansas. But hey, they lost it, and we'll see what happens. Word is that UT's head coach, might be out of a job, but we'll see. I don't know exactly what's going on with that. But yeah, let's shoot back over to the Dallas Cowboys. And one thing I want to talk about specifically is Ezekiel Elliott and the year he's having. I mean, it's unreal. I never would have expected him to come out and what I think he's at 1,225 rushing yards right now. And that's after playing in 9 games. So he's having a phenomenal year. He's on pace to break Eric Dickerson's rookie record, which is obviously unfucking real, right? So we'll see Zeke, see how he continues to do. Hopefully he can stay healthy, stay on the field, and we can keep winning ball games because he's a huge factor to that. Also, our defense is going to have to really step it up. We got a big injury with Morris Claiborne going out. That was a rough injury because they were talking about him being the defensive player of the year. That's how good he was playing. He had a couple picks. I mean, he was doing really good. A couple games ago or so, he got injured, and I think he'll be back in 4 or 5 weeks. So, see how that goes. One thing that's going to help our defense is I'm pretty sure Rolando McClain just had a 10-game suspension, so he should be back. I don't think this game on Sunday, but for the Thanksgiving game, he'll be back. This game on Sunday we got Baltimore, and that's going to be a good game. They've got the number 1 rushing defense, in the league, so they can stop the run. But I don't know. It seems like the Cowboys have heard that this year, and we kind of still ran over people. So, I think hopefully that's what we'll do. So we'll see. But anyways, you guys, just kind of wanted to come at y'all with a quick show. Give y'all a couple things to think about. And, also in the UFC, big things are going on. Conor McGregor won again. Knocked out this one dude in the second round. So now he's got 2 belts, I'm pretty sure. He's killing it. He's talking about fighting, he wants to fight Floyd Mayweather. And this is rumors been going around for a while. And he told Floyd he'd fight him, in a boxing ring, boxing rules. Because obviously he, murder Floyd if they, fought UFC rules. But, he said he'd fight him in the boxing ring, but it's going to have to be $100 million. That's what he told Money Mayweather. Hey, man, I'll fight you. $100 million. Put it on the table. Let's rock. So, that's the challenge that's out there. We'll see if Mayweather picks it up and wants to do it. I'm pretty sure that would be the most watched fight in a long time, if not history, if that fight was to happen. So let's all cross our fingers and hope that fight happens, because that's going to be a badass motherfucking fight. So anyways, and ending, I just want to say, let's go Cowboys. Let's get this win. Let's keep this win streak going. Everybody, all the Cowboys fans, everybody around town at work's been pretty upbeat, since we're winning, and all the haters, can't say shit. So yeah, I know a specific, Steelers fan that's a mad hater, that I work with. And I love all these wins because I can just rub it right in his fucking face. Just like he was rubbing all them losses we had last year in my face, I'm rubbing these right back in his. So that's tight. But anyways, you guys, thanks for watching and taking the time out of your day, to check this out. And, next week we're going to come back with another show. We're going to come back strong. So, yeah, that's it. No Sense of Sports Talk. Boom, boom. Take it easy.